Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. This is your bi-dailies for Monday and Tuesday, August 20th and 21st. I have set up a 3-card spread. In the first, I have a clear calcite, which is blue. And in the center, I have a citrine. And at the end is a pyrite. So just take a moment to see which resonates with you. And I find for the most part, I personally can make a choice like within a second or two. I just sort of get a numeric or gemstone feel and you choose right away. So we will start over here. Move that down. So for the first one, I love these cards, these beautiful spirit song cards. So the first one, we have a shaman. I love the artwork in this. You know, this is about divine wisdom and spiritual power. Now, the eagle, of course, that's usually about wisdom and freedom and things. So, sort of the message that I feel with this is, you know, the eagle is a courageous collector of spiritual knowledge. I mean, they're flying freely and observing a lot, and that helps you regard things with a different sort of perspective. You know, I call it a higher realm perspective, where you're just sort of on a high vibration, and your curiosity, you want to know. There's no ego in it. You simply want to know information about everything that interests you. So he holds the ability, the eagle, to connect with higher spirit teachers, rising above and beyond the material world, which sometimes is a lower vibration. You know, things are not experiences. The eagle thrives like in the realm of spirit, but it remains fixed on earth. He's sharp-sighted, he signifies rational thought, he moves gracefully through the skies, and he'll teach you how to conserve, because of course if you're flying you need to conserve your energy while you're observing and taking in this knowledge, because sometimes it can be draining when you're trying to learn, and share that information in the right way with the right people. Like people who are involved in esoteric, you don't share all your information and your insights to people that are, say, like on a Kardashian level, that are like, oh my god, I gotta go buy things every second, like that sort of thing. It's very, you know, it's very draining, and it's also a waste of time, because if people aren't in that understanding or that interest level, they can treat it as something that's dismissive, and you know that can be annoying. So be observant and be courageous and absorb that spiritual knowledge, because that's really why we're here. Okay, and then next we have, oh, I love this, nurture all you love. You know, that's why we're here. We're simply here to protect and nurture all that we love. Our beautiful pets, our, you know, you come home, your cat, your dog, whatever you have, they greet you with such loyalty and love. And all they want is a couple moments of affection, petting, physical touch, just like our children, our spouses, our friends. Everything needs to be valued and showed that by one simple aspect, your attention. You don't need to buy them anything. You don't need to shower gifts upon them. They just want to know that you're there listening and loving them. You know, nurture what you love, because that's completely why we are here. Why we are here. Okay, so let's see. The Prince of Winter is an intellectual, determined, and an focused and impulsive being, for sure. Yes, if you look at me, it's like, you know, I think I'm just going to ferret out of here on my sled and go ballistic. It'll be great. You know, he moves like a flash of light, whoever this being is. You know. When the Prince of Winter shows up, you know you're in for some very quick action. His mind or her mind moves as fast as the sled. They can instantly assess situations, you know. They allow you to get right to work when you're in this mode. You know, he or she is on a mission. And you just let them stand back and let them take charge, because they will, whether you want them to or not. They just will, because they're idealistic, decisive, focused. That's what helps them just step forward and get right into it. You know what I mean? They're determined. They can be a little impulsive and non-diplomatic, but you know, in that arena, they're going to thrive, because they have that freaking fortitude of, oh my god, I have this idea, and guess what? I am going to put it in action, and that's what's going to happen. So if you chose this stack, you're a determined intellect, and you know, you're not going to be stopped. Remember to nurture all you love, your pets, your people, all the things around you. And, use your spiritual wisdom and knowledge to help yourself and step back and take a deep breath from life and realize you don't have to rush. Nobody's in a hurry. Life has enough of that. Let's do this, let's do that, and people need to step back and take it easy. The information will come to you in its right time, you know. I need to remind myself of that constantly because I do want to know everything right away. And I'm like, the way you absorb knowledge and wisdom is through a calm atmosphere and an open mind for sure. So if you chose citrine, look at that, that's so beautiful. I went to a psychic fair yesterday and acquired some of the most beautiful stones. And there was this sweet 80-year-old man at the stand, and me and my daughter spent like hours with him. He was so lovely. Okay. So the high priestess, she's all about intuition. She's all about sacred knowledge. The message that I receive from this is, the keeper of sacred knowledge, the links balances sort of like invisibly between the conscious and unconscious worlds. They know that all that's hidden will one day be revealed, so they're relaxed in that knowledge. So if, say you're struggling with a coworker or a family member or somebody who's not on the up and up, and you know it, and it's causing you a little internal conflict and fatigue because you feel like, people should get their karmic desserts, but it does come, you know what I mean? And the truth will eventually surface. So just know that. The high priestess knows that, so use that. And her clairvoyance and wisdom encourage you to embark on your sacred inner journey. Everybody is, seeking that. Why are we here? What is our true purpose? And that comes with maturity and study and observation for sure. I mean, I didn't even know some of my creative talents or abilities till I reached my 40s because I couldn't slow my roll enough to listen to what guides and personal intuition was telling me. I knew I was attracted to certain areas of work for certain reasons, but I couldn't develop that into a solid thing really till my 40s because it's all about just slowing down and listening to your inner voices for sure. So look within and trust the calming rhythm of your intuition. It'll open up the doorway to knowledge and it'll help you. The high priestess, that's the reason why we're here, what we're going to do. And you were born to create. So this card is for you if you're a creative person for sure. Whatever your endeavor is, whether you're a painter, sculptor, poet, writer, you make jewelry, you're a carpenter. Like, I have so much respect for people that build something out of nothing with wood, like people that carve I'm so amazed by that skill set. So just remember, you were born to create. We aren't here to acquire, we aren't here to buy things, we are here to create life, create ideas, create environments. So remember that, and it helps you in your journey when you get a little backed up, like, really, what is going on for you? I go through that a lot because I can't even believe some things that I see at times in my life, and I'm like, oh, I simply can't even right now, you know what I mean? So the next is the Queen of Summer. So she's a loving, comforting and emotional presence. She's very intuitive, you know what I mean? She reminds you to listen to your heart, listen to your inner voices, your intuitive insights, because they're what you can trust. And you take care of others. You're obviously a caregiver, but you have to put boundaries on that. I mean, I used to be like, oh my gosh, like I could observe what was lacking in a situation and try to fill that void for people. But first of all, it's good to be asked, for that, and also to not burn yourself out. For first most, you have to care for yourself, your physical being, because it's very easy to burn out especially if you're empathic and you feel others' pains and you want to restore them to full health. You have to be able to be in a very grounded, solid place yourself. So just know, as the Queen of Summer, you are a lovely, loving and emotional person, and let yourself absolutely be in balance, harmony with yourself, and have enough time for yourself before you're giving to others. But that is a super lovely read if you chose that. Realize you are born to create. And the High Priestess, remember to listen to your intuition, because that's your guiding voice. That is the thing that's going to bring you to the place where you should be, where you're going to be on your highest vibration. You're going to be balanced. You're going to be solid and happy. Okay, so let's go back up. And then if you chose Pyrite, down here. Let's see. Oh, what about Koala? So the Hermit. I get this card so often in readings, and I do feel like that for sure, because I feel like we all need to seek solace and alone time and regroup, because it's very easy to get socially exhausted. There's everybody's emotions, everybody's ideas, everybody's intentions, people's directions they want to go. And lots of times if people are a little on a low vibration and they see somebody who's on a higher vibration and they do have healing in them, you attract them like a magnet, but it can also remove some of your energy. I find sometimes if I'm involved in very heavy conversations with people about spirituality and they want to impose their will on me, as I'm speaking to them, my throat chakra will start to close a little bit, and I'll have problems speaking clearly. Like, it'll get clogged up, and it'll feel dry. I will actually feel pain in that area. Like yesterday, I actually encountered that speaking to an individual at the psychic fair. Some people just want to go on and on and on and on with rhetoric or things they see. They're so desperate to be heard, and I can sense desperation very quickly in people. Like, absolutely, if they're attention seeking, even if they have what I call it a parasitic mellowness. Like, it's almost like that. Let me saunter up and just be like, I'm really slow. I'm not here to approach you in any sort of manner, and then just try to pile all this stuff on you. And you're like, but they're also looking for an audience. And my throat started to hurt, and I started to cough, and I had to back away from this individual and regroup. And that's part of the Hermit card. You need to contemplate. You need to, gather information that's going to help you be your strongest, best self. People need time alone. They do. And sometimes they forget. They're like, oh yeah, the more friends I have, the better I'm doing. But you know what? That's not always the case. I mean, I have a few friends, and I love them, and I cherish them a lifetime, and that's all I need, And follow the moon. Yay. So I love this. This is, again, very heavy on intuition, and follow your emotions and the cycles of the moon and when to replenish and to let go. Like, I find the end of summer one of the most beautiful seasons for clearance. Emotional, physical, all that. Get rid of stuff you do not need. It is literally oxygen stealing. If you just have piles of magazines, old books, things gathering dust that are taking up space, get rid of them. The moon is very cleansing. It's all about renewal. So renew your spirit with fresh flowers, beautiful crystals, things that are light and airy. Follow the moon. Follow your intuition. Follow the things that make you feel clear-minded and balanced. I love that card. The artwork is beautiful. Oh, wow. And then you have the Emperor. So the Emperor is all about using logic. He is all about, one sec. It's all about using logic and structure to increase your success, getting organized, affirming, compassionate hand. Every dream needs love and passion to grow it, but it also takes careful thinking and good leadership. It's important to fulfill your life's purpose, and it's very easy to get caught up in excitement of dreams and then forget what's going on. So preparation in the beginning saves you a great deal of time, and you can use that to make your big plans in life. And that's how you succeed. And the Emperor, that's power and strategy behind you. So that is a very fortuitous and excellent stack if you chose that. And Pyrite is really good because, that's good fortune and money. So I want to thank you for tuning into this bi-daily. And again, this is Indigo Tarot Odyssey, and I am brand new. I think this is just the beginning of my second week of doing this, so I would really like if you could leave me any comments because I'm going to be trying all kinds of formats. And remember to like and subscribe. I have some really cool stuff I'm going to be trying out and have fun giveaways and some really nifty stuff coming up. So, again, thank you very much and have a good day. Peace and love.